You know, every great coach has got their motivational tricks. Mace here to tell you about one that I had never heard about before, never heard of anything like this until Pat Surtain went on the Rich Eisen show this week to talk about Sean Payton. And after some pressing from Rich Eisen to get a better Sean Payton story than the one he told, Eisen got something out of him that reveals a lot about how creative Sean Payton can get in terms of his ability to motivate. And in this case, it was reminding the guy who would become the Defensive Player of the Year of one of his worst nights. Here's the excerpt from the Rich Eisen show.
So 2 years ago, we played against the Patriots, and it wasn't the best game. We lost that game. And on the field, he written down the exact stat sheet that receiver had against me. It was just one receiver he kept mentioning. It wasn't like one of my worst games, but it was a game where I knew like I was slacking a little bit. He was on me a little bit about it. And this year coming up, we played against a familiar opponent who wasn't as good. We should have beat the brakes off him. And he just wrote this stat sheet on paper that the receiver had, and he put it on my nameplate, my practice jersey, and he made me wear it the whole practice. So let me know.
Now
we're not doing this again. Yeah,
that's it. So you put it on your nameplate. You're walking around amongst your
he put it
teammates.
On the back. He went up to my coach, matter of fact, and he was trying to make it like so secretive. But I was standing right there underneath. My coach was right here. He was like, "So I'm running by these stats against the Patriots last year with this one receiver, and he had a pretty good stat line against our number one corner." And I'm hearing it, you know what I mean? I'm sort of glimpsing the conversation, act like I don't hear it. And he had this piece of paper written down, and I looked at it, and it was the stat sheet the receiver had. And he taped it on the back of my nameplate, and I wore it throughout practice, which was crazy.
Pop Douglas's stat line, was that what it was? It was Demario Davis's.
It was
Demario Douglas.
Devontae Parker.
Devontae Parker.
Okay. He had like 2 catches on me, and it was just like one of those games where I wasn't locked in, and it was just. Yeah, it was one of those games where I didn't have my best game, but he remembered that game vividly. So,
even the best players have bad days. I mean, you look at Surtain, and there are people out there who will get all flustered and frustrated and say that he's not a great cornerback because DJ Moore made some plays on him, or he's not a great cornerback because Devontae Adams beat him for a touchdown in overtime. I mean, I remember that back in November of 2022. There was a lot of crap floating around then. And there was even crap floating around after this game that Patrick Surtain references, the one that Sean Payton dredged up the stats from, of course, that Christmas Eve game against the New England Patriots, Christmas Eve 2023. That proved to be Russell Wilson's last start with the Denver Broncos, and effectively the end of the Broncos' hopes of going to the playoffs. But it's from games like that if you learn, and you don't forget them, but learn from them, you can find greatness. And certainly the fact that that story sticks with Pat Surtain shows that it probably did work, and further evidence of that is the Defensive Player of the Year trophy that sits on Pat Surtain's shelf as he goes into this offseason looking for more, looking for team accomplishments to go along with the big individual accomplishment he got this past season. Good talking to you. Plenty more to come. If you like what I'm posting here, like, comment, share, subscribe, and of course, go over to Denver Sports YouTube channel and watch me along with Cecil Lammy on Orange and Blue Today at 5 p.m. every weekday for your daily dose of Broncos chatter as we get into free agency starting next week with the legal tampering period opening on Monday. Thanks for watching. Take care. Talk to you next time.